We have the popular presidential winner of the Romanian elections. They admit there was a NATO coup. Now he's been charged with crimes against humanity, genocide, thought crime. I read the court documents, just totally insane. All leftist Soros crap. They want to use Romania for full war with the big bases they built there on the Black Sea to go against Crimea and Russia. Here's some excerpts of him with us yesterday, hours before he was arrested and then interrogated overnight into just about an hour ago and charged with all of this ridiculous garbage. Here is this hero.
My message to President Trump is the following. Mr. President, Donald Trump, please take care about this flag of democracy, not only in the United States, but in the whole world, because this is a spirit of United States. For this spirit, United States is great, for the spirit of democracy and freedom. And if it's one country, even that this country is Romania, the democracy has failed, United States can fail as well. So please go ahead exactly in the spirit of the antecessors from United States, from Thomas Jefferson, from Lincoln, from Kennedy, in order to protect the democracy, not in the United States, but in the whole world, including Romania. Thank you. So to Elon Musk, I said it's absolutely a great spirit of fighting the source in order to destroy the bureaucracy and to make efficient the government. But moreover, I wish to invite Elon Musk in Romania in order to find how fantastic country is in natural resources. We are fantastic in the moment when we are free. We are looking particularly to this Department of Efficiency made by Elon Musk, that to make, in a real sense, a state strong, which is under the people, is an employee of the people, because only the state which can understand that he is the employee of the people, of his own people, can survive. Because in the moment when you are the dictatorship as a state and you try to control the people, immediately is a tyranny. And we don't need any more the tyranny. I am very optimistic, Alex, about the situation. We can...
Since about 8 a.m. this morning, I've been covering the charges that are the most insane thing I've ever seen, and a prelude to what George Soros and the left will do to us here, because they're the one that actually ran this and did this, and it's insane. And here I am late in the evening on Wednesday night, and this is almost nowhere. Senator Mike Lee and a few others talked about it. Mario Nafal did. I know Elon's a little busy with Doge and everything else, and I mean that seriously, but he's still decrying the fact that, hey, the guy that got the most votes and won has been arrested. No. It's not just that he got arrested. We had the charges at 8 a.m. from his wife this morning, and it is the most cuckoo stuff. Now, I covered this in the first hour of my show and put out reports on it, and people didn't take it serious. Like when we broke yesterday that the iPhone, when you did voice to print, the word racist would put up Trump. People didn't believe me. They tried it and were like, holy hell. Now they've, quote, corrected the mistake. Look, when I'm doing satire, which is rare, but I still do it, I'll tell you, this is satire. I'm using a frog suit or something. I mean, you know when it is. But people think this is satire. This is not satire. They have charged Calin Georgescu with crimes against humanity, genocide, overthrowing democracy by getting elected, and all this leftist racism, Nazi, white supremacist. If you look the guy up, he's never been called that. He's a former top UN diplomat and a former chief economist at the Club of Rome, top globalist think tank. And he left 15 years ago, has been exposing him since. I've been covering this guy for at least 10 years. So the guy's really smart. But look, there's so many angles to this. Then they've got members of parliament in the EU and other leaders in Europe going, well, yeah, we arrested him, and we're going to start arresting people in Germany and the UK that, quote, are threats to democracy. They call it their Democracy Shield program. So if you get elected, we don't like you, we arrest you and call it a Democracy Shield. So it's literally a Soros Society judge that overrode the election and now had him arrested, and they've charged him with this. So I've posted this on X, and we'll post here when we post this new report. I'll post this document up there as well. But, I mean, you got to read this for yourself. I mean, they say proceedings against defendant for committing the crimes of incitement to actions against the constitutional order, communication, or false information. So he's been indicted with felonies, decades in prison is what it says in the code, for what they call disinformation, which they then just make up. They got super accurate. The case prosecutor in the criminal prosecution section of the prosecutor's office attached to the high court and justice has decided during the day to initiate criminal proceedings against an individual for committing the following crimes. And then it goes on: communication, false information, false statements. So it's all fake news. Like, hey, they just canceled the election when I won. They admit he won. Initiating or establishing an organization with a fascist, racist, or xenophobic character. That's anything they wanted to, define. Joining or supporting such a group in any form. Public promotion of a cult of individuals, cult of personality, so you can't be popular. Guilty of committing crimes of genocide against humanity. The guy's never been arrested for assault. And war crimes, as such as the act of publicly promoting fascist, legionnaire, racist, xenophobic ideas, concepts, or doctrines. I mean, you could indict a ham sandwich for this. And it just goes on. Anti-Semitism, racism. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, this is crazy. And he did just recently have knee surgery. So they slam him up against a wall, even though he's on crutches. His wife said, it's obvious to everyone what is happening. It's a masquerade, the game of handcuffs that they like so much. This is the so-called democracy. Well, how did it work with Trump and the mug shots and the arrest and the lawfare? It backfired. People see through this, but the desperate tyrants have no other recourse. This is beyond insane. And again, there's a whole bunch of different members of parliament in Austria and other areas saying other countries will follow. We have a commission in the European Parliament for Democracy Shield, and we take it very seriously. So if you win an election and they don't like you and you're anti-war, we arrest you under Democracy Shield. Up is down, down is up, black is white. This is 1984 on steroids. So he's on house arrest, supposed gag order for 6 months, but the election will be over in a couple months because they're now having a new election. So this is absolute tyranny. The EU Commission is unelected. It's all coming out. And the problem is the globalists are planning to use Romania as the detonator to launch this. There's already been Romanian troops fighting Ukraine for 2.5 years at least. And they've said they're going to use it as that because they're a member of NATO. So if there's any attack on Romania, which they can stage, then we're off to the races. And you've got NATO building up all around Russia. This is insane. And then Trump is simply saying, we got a clip of that, we'll play, that, hey, NATO started this. You weren't supposed to go up to the Russian border. No, you're not going to join NATO, Ukraine. That's why Russia did this. That's Zelensky's peace overture. Oh, I'll step down if we can join NATO sometime in the next 20 years. He's canceled elections. And this document that I showed you